Namaste, beautiful spirit. Thank you for practicing here on the Free Spirit Flow Yoga channel. Let's get into our loosened, fluid, and juicy legs and hips slow flow. So move into a seated posture, legs crossed. Take a little sway, rocking through the hips and the upper body to find your center and to settle in to your body. And closing down your eyes to start your practice. Deep breath in, wave your arms open wide, and breathe out, send your arms forward and fold over your legs. Let your forehead rest on your mat if you can. Breathe in deeply to center in. And let's exhale out through the mouth. Sending fresh oxygen into your body through all of your cells. And as you exhale, letting go of tension, feeling any stress being breathed and exhaled out. Walk your hands back in, coming back up to your seat. Bring your knees together and let's move to all fours. And spread out your fingers, pressing your palms into the earth. Tuck your toes. Let's head back to downward facing dog. We'll explore a little flow here to help loosen the backs of the legs. So come up onto your tippy toes, lift your heels, deep breath in. Breathe out, bend into your knees, dip your navel down, look forward, and then heels release to your mat, back to downward facing dog. So breathe in, heels lift. Breathing out, deep bend into your knees, release your heels back. So just take that a few times through on your own. Beautiful. Land in your downward facing dog. Deep breath in with me. Look to the top of your mat and let's take a walk one step at a time. Bring your feet up to your standing forward fold. Feet hip distance apart. Let's come up to half lift. Hands slide up the shins. Look forward, flat back. And breathe out, release forward over your legs. We'll up to standing, stacking the vertebrae. Wave your arms up and lean back. Let your head relax back. Start to bend your knees. Bring your hands down through heart center and slowly release into forward fold. We'll pause here for a few more deep breaths in this forward fold, pressing into the feet and pointing the hips up. Let's roll and wave into half lift. Release your hands to your mat. Step back to plank. Hug the navel in. Chaturanga. Hug the elbows in lower. Tops of the feet wave to upward facing dog. Set your knees down, child's pose. Hips go back to your heels. Lift to all fours, your hands and knees pose, and we'll get into our flow after that little warm up. Send your right leg back and extend the right leg out by your right side. So you're in this gate pose stance. Right foot is in line with the right hip. Pressing the sole of the right foot down into your mat. Walk your hands a little bit more towards the top of your mat. Let's sink the hips back. Breathe in, round your spine, roll forward. The left toes are going to come with you, so you're kind of in this funky upward dog. Hips go back, left top of the foot comes down. So you're stretching through the back of the right leg now. And then forward into this funky up dog. You get a nice stretch through the left quad. So let's take that a few times. Forward and back with the hips and the legs. And let's land back into this funky tabletop. Right leg is still extended. Now we'll point the right toes away from us, bend into the right leg. So modified warrior 2. Round your back body. Wave your arms open, lift your shoulders up over the hips. Bring your hands behind your low back, clasping your hands together. And drawing your shoulders down. Let's flow this space. Deep breath in, and then turning towards the right leg, fold on the inside of your right leg. Stretching your knuckles up towards the sky. So breathe in and roll up. Maybe you throw the head back and breathe out, fold forward. Breathing in, shoulders come over the hips. Great job. Send your arms open wide and hands release under the shoulders. Let's tuck the left toes, lift up the left knee, and swing your right leg back into your tripod. Bend your right knee, illuminate the right hip space. Gentle step forward, right foot between your hands. And set your left knee down, untuck the back toes, seated half split, walk the hips back. And we'll flow this space, really finding fluidity throughout this practice within the postures. Right arm opens, reaching the right fingers up. As you breathe out, frame the right foot and fold into your seated half split. And so breathing in, opening to your twist. And breathing out, fold forward. Let's roll forward back into our lunge, hands framing your right foot. Let's step back to plank, chaturanga, through to upward dog, and then back to tabletop this time. Left leg now extends out in line with the left hip. And we take a nice flow here, walking the hands forward if you need to. Hips sink back, getting that nice, yummy stretch through the back of the left leg. And then hips come forward into this funky upward dog. Right toes point towards the back of your head. So just letting your body explore this movement. Releasing the right shin down. Walking your hands in. Modified warrior 2. Left toes point away from you. Nice deep bend into the left leg. Round your back body. Waving the arms open to a T. And hands come behind the low back. Inhale as you push your heart forward. And breathe out. Let your upper body fold forward, getting deep into the hips. Inhale as you wave up. And breathe out, heart pours forward. Shoulders roll over the hips, arms wave open, and now release your hands under your shoulders. We're going back into tripod. Right foot on the mat, left leg swims back. Bend your left knee now, illuminating the left hip even more. As you breathe out, left foot to the front of your mat, low lunge. So releasing your back knee down, untuck the back toes, hips pull back to half splits. Engagement through the core so you can flow here. Wave your left arm open, finding this mild twist, and then breathe out. Fold forward, left hand comes down. So moving through this a couple times. Hands frame the left foot. Bend into your left knee. Bring both hands on the inside of your leg. Walk the left foot out and we'll step into our yogi squat malasana. So right foot comes to the right edge of your mat. Let your hips get low. Use your hands for support. And it might feel good to sway here just to kind of move into this space gently. And let's settle into this. Bring the hands to heart center. Elbows can press the knees open, which helps to open up the hips. We will end our practice with longer holds. Let your hands come down, either in front of you or maybe behind you, and release to a seat. Bring your legs forward. Extend the left out all the way. Left hand by the left hip. Tuck the right foot next to your right hip. So your right toes point back and the right shin is next to the right thigh. Walking both hands behind you. And to go deeper into the right quad, you can release down to forearms or all the way down to your back body. You can breathe. Let's take some deep breaths in through the nose and out through your mouth. Left hand points away from you, right hand by the left, roll to the left hip and extend your right leg forward. We'll pop back up to our seat. Now right hand by the right hip, lean to your right, kick your left foot back. And let's move down into this half reclined hero's pose. Maybe forearms or all the way down to your back body. Right hand and forearm point away from you. Left hand over to your right for support. Lean to the right hip. Kick your left leg out. And lift back up to your seat. We'll move into our final posture. Left foot on the inside of your right leg. Arms wave open. And as you breathe out, fold forward over your right leg. So you're getting into this really deep and beautiful stretch through the right leg, but also a little hip opening as the left knee and hip fall open. Maybe interlacing your fingers around your right foot and drawing the shoulders down your back. Deep breath in and breathe out. Let's switch to our other side. Draw your hands up. Extend your leg out. Bring the right foot in. Sitting tall, send your arms out and breathe out, release forward. Letting each exhale soften you, your mind and your body. Let's roll the shoulders back up over the hips. Bring your legs into a cross-legged seat. Let's end our practice here. Closing down your eyes, relaxing your shoulders. Taking in some deep breaths through the nose and sighing your breath away. Letting our practice sink in. Feeling how good it feels to tend and care for our body and dedicate time to our wellness. I thank you so much for practicing here on the free Spirit Flow Yoga channel, and I look forward to our next practice together. Namaste.